Yeah.
So I asked, what do you got for us?
So, all my relationships always failed because being a drug addict and alcoholic, that's what the relationship revolved
It's weird
around.
how that works. Huh?
Yeah, So I ended up becoming a manager of a fitness center. And I remember meeting this lady, and she had never been to a co-ed gym before.
Okay.
And she's like, can you help me with some exercises? I'm like, sure. I says, I'm going to put you on this Stairmaster. I said, I'm going to set it for 30 minutes. And I said, you probably won't last 5 minutes. This is a very difficult
Oh, you just set the bar for her.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
So 30 minutes go by. She was still on it.
Out of spite.
Yeah. And that's exactly how she thought of it as well. So she comes in the next day and she can barely walk. And little did I know that was going to be the beginning of the changing of my life.
Well, somebody that pushed her.
Yes. And,
No kidding.
And, we dated for a couple months, and then we decided we were going to get married.
Yeah.
And when we got married, everyone said that the marriage wouldn't make it.
Yeah.
And actually, November 1st of this year, we'll be married for 11 years.
That's outstanding, man. Good for you. What's funny is the weirdest stories, because I met my wife, and I worked for a restaurant. You're not allowed, and I was manager. You're not allowed to associate with the underlings,
Yeah.
And I had this girl that was there, and she was a good worker, right? And for like a younger lady, that was a weird thing. So I was like, I'm going to do you a favor and give you extra hours, which she was not happy about because she wanted to go out and do her thing. So she thought I was like getting on her. Right? When really I was like, well, you're welcome. You can work more hours, because in my brain, more hours is a good thing. But to like a 17, 18-year-old girl, they're like, I don't want to do anything but work. So, and I'm sitting there doing this. I'm like, man, I really like her. Like she told her friends she wanted to stab me, right? And I'm like, man, I really respect that, And so when I wasn't her boss, I was like, yeah, I got to take this one out on a date, right? Because she was a hard worker. I respected those things, and she got mad at me. And I'm like, she's the proof that I have some kind of functional people skills, because we dated and she hated me, so I was able to turn that back around, right? And the funny part was, as a guy, I'm thinking, well, you can get more hours, not just dumber than a box of stones, right? Just so stupid. And so I can appreciate those stories. All right. So